我が共犯たるマスターの頼みだ。空想所とやらの仕組みにも興味を尽きない。一肌、いや二肌ほど脱いでしまおうかな。
相変わらず口数の多い男だ。友人が少ないのかね。会話はもっとシンプルに要点のみを伝えたまえ。例えばこの私のように。
いや、君にだけは言われたくないのだがね。
初歩的なことだ、友よ。エレメンタリーマイディア。
新名封鎖疑似宝具展開。お仕置きの時間だね。素晴らしい。世界は話に満ちている。
マスター、やりました。皆さんの攻撃によって空想樹の熱源消失しました。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Every time I think I'm done for a bit, they pull me right back in. So, you might be wondering, what are the results of my grinding over the lottery? The answer is 233 boxes. That's a lot. That's a lot of boxes. I have many resources, and we have a few more, let's say, enhanced servants. For one, you might have saw my my box here. These are all 4 stars. I have too many. It's gonna be pretty full for a bit. Though hopefully I might clear up some more. But otherwise, I even re-downloaded the game's assets. I don't know. She still does that. It's weird. It's fine. Few things for bond limit. So if we check here, 1, we got to bond 11 with Koyanskaya as well as Obi. Right, both of them got up there, which is pretty good. Here's a fun one. Not bond 11, but I got Saber to 108 for level. I've kind of decided if there's a servant that I want to get to 120, it's gonna be Saber. Now, of course, I'm gonna need more copies of her to get to that, right? Especially because I only got the one thing, and there's gonna be 2 more skills later. But and I only have NP2. But being Saber, I can obviously get more later. You might have seen I finally did get Bond 10 Herc, meaning I got his unique essence there, as well as I got Hans Christian Andersen. So, I also almost got Nobukatsu done, but then I had to change him off because my grinding method meant I didn't want him to get it before Herc, but it's close enough that it should be fine. So, if we go to our... probably the best place to go would be Spirit Origin list, Craft Essence, and we'll go... we also got some more of those. We'll look at those in a sec. So we got... right here, I didn't read these. Castle of Snow. Temporary resting place of the sword. The girl is gentle yet proud, and this is her memory of one winter. Wow, there's like nothing there. Also, no illustrator, which is a bit strange. This is the one that, of course, gives 3 times guts, which can stack. Very good. We got this one for Hans Christian Andersen, which is To My Dear Friend. Increase all allies debuff resist by 30%. That's not bad. If we have an enemy who deals with debuffs, we can definitely use it. Let me tell you a story. Ever since his own birth, this man has always been unsatisfied. Pain, itchiness, dullness, swelling. His body was filled with these feelings all over like a lice infection. He believed in words instead of intuitions and stories over emotions. Therefore, the man was not at peace with himself. It doesn't matter if it's the grievance of the oppressed or if it's the joy of the unworthy neighbors. Everything seems to be full of unbearable discontentment. The man said, I'm like a cat swarmed by lice. All of my worries, you laugh them off as if they were simply something insignificant. This is what happened on one sunny yet very ordinary day. So I'm guessing this is the love letter he kept with him all the time, right? I'm assuming at least. Yeah. Yeah. God, it's nice to have some Bond CEs here. So we also got these. These were, so I was kind of like, because we got these for Thanksgiving, which was weird. And then I looked into it, and it's like, oh no, we got them because it was meant to be for Fate Extra Record. Or, sorry, I always get them mixed up. Last Encore. Last Encore is bad. I didn't like it. No matter how many times she may fall, the bellows will continue rekindling her flame. Her passion is like a meteor rushing back up from limbo. Sea of stagnation, forest of regret, the garden of oblivion, the forest of reverberation, the town of noise, the grave of infinity, the summit of the sun. 7 monuments have reversed the phase of death. The stars ahead. I have no idea what this is talking about. Is that meant to be the places? I didn't even get the names of the places when I watched Last Encore. Fragment of the Moon. This is a story of Extra that will unfold on a forgotten moon. Moon Cell Automaton, a Spiritron computer that exists on the moon. Transcending all wishes, virtual Spiritron war created within the Moon Cell. Seraph, the Holy Grail online. Wizards and servants must now wage a new Holy Grail war on the moon. Yeah, that just feels like a regular-ass Fate Extra one. So, a little strange compared to some of the ones we got there. How many did I get of this event? How many did I get? I'm gonna go with rarity. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could MLB another one if I really wanted. Yeah, we got a lot. Basically, I had auto grinding set up. But that's not why we're here. We're here because... oh, right. I also have something cool to show off, actually. This is crazy. And it's a good thing I'm here to kind of look at it. We get a North America-only background for our room. Who's in it? Oh, hi. Go away. I don't care about you. Yeah, we get a exclusive Thanksgiving room. This is not something that Japan ever got, right? It's kind of weird that we have an exclusive background. I wonder, because I know apparently the Japanese players get mad whenever we get exclusive content or banners and stuff. It's a little strange, but I'll take it, right? It's nice. So, what we're here for, though, is James Moriarty. They unlocked more interludes, and as such, we're going to be doing both of his interludes here, because this is the old one. We'll do that, and then we'll get the new one, which is new. First off, Seeking Quieter Times. In this quest, yeah. I thought his one's unlocked, but I might be confusing it with something else. So we'll do this one first, and then we'll do the other one, and that'll be probably enough for everything. Don't have much to say about him, except he's a bad man. And yeah, the irony of that, coming from me ain't lost. I mean, it's funny, because even though Billy the Kid is, like, historically an outlaw and stuff, nothing about the Fate version makes me feel like he's an outlaw, you know? Yep, he's a bad guy, straight up. No other way to spin it. Meanwhile, Robin Hood's kind of the other way on, where I'm like, Robin Hood, that's not a bad person. Then I see the one in Fate, I'm like, ah! Do you mean he appears to be a good person to you? If so, you may need to get your eyes checked. I'm wearing glasses, thank you very much. Oh yeah, he's definitely a bad guy. Hell, he makes Duryodhana look like a saint. I wonder what that guy's about. Maybe we'll learn about him in the future. Good question. Good and evil are notoriously difficult to define, and can rarely be applied in blanket fashion. Still, that being said, there are times when we are confronted with clear and undeniable evil. It would be one thing if such evil were relegated to the subconscious mind, but in his case, he is unmistakably both aware of and acting upon it. He is in many ways the same as young people who purposely act wicked, or those who deal in violence for a living and label themselves wicked. But his wickedness is on a completely different scale. It is also not uncommon for evil people to go around pretending to be good or just. Indeed, they often have to in order to survive, for society is not kind to individuals who knowingly practice evil. Or they get elected the President of the United States a second time. It happens, I guess. Oh, the game didn't like that. Game's not liking it. Game's not liking it. Indeed. He too was pretending to be just, much to my dismay. Oh, game. Why are you having... I even downloaded and reset you to make you run better. Let's hope that this is a temporary thing. Ooh. Are we good? I think we're good. I'm watching the icon there. Okay, we're good. Something must have started downloading in the background or something. I don't know. That said, I'm surprised to see you going around asking about him. Is there some sort of reason for that? I don't know, it's his interlude, man. Oh. There you have it. Consensus says you're a bad guy. You spoke to all those servants just to learn what I would have gladly told you for the asking. Now, each and every one of them is going to darken my door, suspecting James Moriarty of something untoward. Fabulous. Do you see what you've done? I'm so worked up, I've gone and started talking about myself in the third person. In any event, what's done is done, but as a matter of interest, why did you go to all that trouble? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. You were reviewing the reports about the Shinjuku incident? I see. Indeed, the version of me here now must be the one from the aftermath of that particular incident. For that is the one who knows the taste of good. In spite of this, I am most decidedly evil, and so refer to myself accordingly. So tell me, in your opinion, which do you think I am? Is this a trick question? Evil, of course. You didn't even think about it for 2 seconds. Though, of course, it's not to say you're wrong. James Moriarty is indeed as evil as they come. Confound it all, I spoke in third person again. I am without a doubt an evil man. That is a fact, and it is one I am fully aware of. However, let me ask you this. Do questions of good and evil truly matter when humanity is facing an existential crisis? A bit. Because there's different types of evil. So, like, you might be evil, but you might not be a type of evil that's above the other evil, you know? No, wait, that came out poorly. Let me rephrase it. It is precisely when humanity is in peril that malice becomes necessary, my dear master. Indeed, I'm certain you've already seen as much yourself. Everyone has malice in them. Even heroes can betray their cause. And the line between good and evil remains hazy and ill-defined. I'm assuming, because this is pre-Thanatos. That's what it was called. This is pre-Thanatos, so I'm assuming that there will definitely be foreshadowing of him talking about, like, Holmes's whole thing, right? A little bit of that. I'm assuming, at least. But we'll see. And the second interlude we get is only available post-Thanatos, which is, like, very interesting. Our history, proper human history as we define it now, may as well be hell itself. Even so, you and your compatriots have been making every effort to bring it back, believing that for all its evils, it is still the greatest good to which we can aspire. Right and wrong are therefore of no concern to us. We won't win because we are fighting for what's right. Rather, it is only once we have won that we must strive to be right. So that's why we have to fight? Exactly. Still, there's no need to worry. We are all here precisely to ensure you emerge victorious. Even if you haven't summoned me, but that's neither here nor there. Even if it means we have to pull out every evil trick in the book. On a different note, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. Would you be willing to join me on a little excursion to London? London? We get some, like, fish and chips? I really like the mushy peas. Ah, don't do that. Buddy, now you got me worried. You can't be doing the evil grin. You know? I guess here we are in London. Hi, London. We're home, London. Oh, we brought Jack the Ripper to London. That's a great idea. And we're here to fix your singularity. It's always good to see children in such fine spirits. Now, if only you could be wearing more clothing, but... So where's the place we need to fix? Yes, of course. Do you see the clock tower over there? Huh? Are we going to the clock tower? Oh my god, that might be interesting. Yes, marking the headquarters of the Mages Association. There's been something of a disturbance there, shall we say. Oh, we hate mages and stuff. I know how you feel, my girl. I hate them as well. A disturbance, huh? True, Moriarty is right. It does look like this minute singularity originated from the Mage Association. something the matter? Well, it's a little worrying there wasn't any sign I saw leading up to it. Then again, I guess that's par for the course with singularities. And according to the database, it does look like there have been similar cases in the past. Still, all that aside, I'm surprised to see you out on a mission like this, Moriarty. It's not like you. Hey now, I'm quite certain I've been helping out here and there as warranted. Oh, but only when it served to further one of your evil schemes, no? Or perhaps I should say, attempted to further. Your tongue remains as sharp as ever, Holmes, old boy. Wouldn't kill you to be a bit nicer to old Professor Moriarty in his humble opinion. Professor? I've decided to make talking in third person my thing, as it were. Sounds weird to me, but you do you, I guess. Not one of the worst character traits we have walking around Caldia. Isn't that right, Bartholomew? At any rate, it wasn't me who caught wind of this, but the phantom spirit I've incorporated into myself. Ah, yes. Phantom Spirit Max, der Freischütz, or the marksman with the magical bullets. The very same. Of course, that's not to say, I forgot a word, he possesses anything in the way of consciousness. It's more akin to an uneasy premonition. I must say, I've never felt anything like it before. Magical bullets, I remember one in particular that gave me quite the hard time back in Shinjuku. Well, of course. I was practically born to give you a hard time after all. Yeah, no wonder people ship these guys on Sherlock. Oh, good grief. I'll never be able to stop keeping a close eye on you, will I? Yeah, when you die. Huh? Is that, ink? Oh god, get in. The squid kids are here. If you smell ink, where could it be coming from? A book? Most likely a demonic book, I'd expect. Books can scream? Bingo, there it is, right on schedule. I doubt it'll pose much of a challenge, so what to say we take it out and be done with it? Yay, it's always kind of fun when I get to rip books apart. But we don't get to do that much because we don't want to upset Nursery. It makes her real mad. Please don't rip apart books in front of Nursery Rhyme. Or really ever. They're kind of a thing running in short supply with the world ended. That's it, I bought a bunch of books and I've been ripping them up. We've been doing a blackout poetry. Yeah, we've been doing, I'm not going to use you. Viano, I sure hope you're not writing Japanese spoilers or something. Sure, let's grab that. Also, yeah, the 20th anniversary thing is happening like tonight. Doesn't matter, because it's like 3 a.m. for me. What was I saying? Oh, right, we were doing blackout poetry. And I got some cheap English books, because finding English books in China is pretty difficult. I found like one book of the World of Warcraft, ripped it out, made a blackout poetry, and it ended up going from like, Hark, the Queen of the Ogres, and it turned it into like, the sunburned, tall, tan, muscular queen, I love you. And I'm like, can I show this to my students? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I made something kind of funny. Hey, saber combo? Why not? Big scale. Let's make you big strong. Let's do a full red combo with you. Gain some stars. We'll do your super next time. Do you have anything that gives stars? No. Nope. And? Nope. Alright, no worries. Let's go the big saber attacks, because she's 108 now. It's just nice to have big numbers on saber, you know? Even if she's not perfect. I also want to get her more coins. Because if I get 10 more coins, then I can bring her to level 110 at least, right? And that would be nice. I think getting her to 110 is good. I mean, I'd like more, right? I'd obviously like more, but even if it's just a little bit is all good. Let's do big hitty combo. All right. This book is pretty strong for whatever it is. Growth. I think that should be enough to get Achilles super here. Let's see here. I think it is. Good. So let's go critical strength up. Let's go... you know what? Yeah, let's pop that because you gave yourself that. And let's go 1 and then some good crits. This should... I think should kill. Oh, let's see. Nope. And it has guts anyways. I think we'll do a couple attacks with actually, you know what? Let's kind of like guarantee. Oh, what the frick? Okay, it wasn't a real battle. Screw me, I guess. I don't know. I was expecting it to be you still needed to win, even if it did the stuff, but okay. There, the demonic book has been eliminated. It hasn't, but sure. That's odd. I could have sworn I heard a bit of static just now. Maybe it's the demonic fog interfering. Singularity may be gone now, but there's still some mist here that looks a lot like the demonic fog. So something's jamming our signal, huh? Quite all right, quite all right. Now come along. Now come now. The tower awaits. It's okay, Mommy. We know the fog like the back of our knives. It's our domain. Yeah, that's it. Come on, the tower awaits. I still need to watch what I say around that one. Yeah, don't make her evil. Be a good influence. Grandpa. No way he'll be a good influence. God. He is the local math teacher for Caldia, huh? Okay. We got ourselves Archer. So we can grab. Oh, Archer's funny. Archer's funny. Cause like, what the frick are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, what the frick are you gonna do? You're just screwed, you know? We could stop putting you in though. That is the good thing. So let's switch you off. I mean, even if I'm not gonna use you per se, I'm gonna get Saber in just so that we can get the bonus stuff. Class. Yeah, let's get Saber in just so we get the bonus, right? Bonus points here. Because you guys are gonna just rip on through. If I really wanted, I could switch to Ku there too. I might grail Ku a bit, because Ku's another one that I know is really good. I've not had real last man standing for a while. But at the same time, I think I should hold on to my grails a bit. Because you never know who's coming in the future. It's not like we have 2 years of future sight or anything. Looks like this is the place. You think somebody's here? Someone is indeed. Who? Oh! Is that... It can't be. There you are, my so-called better half. The fool who gave in to the good side. Now that you're here, I'll kill you and take your Moriarty abilities for myself. Now I see. So you're my evil half. Exactly. And what's more, I've made my magical bullets even stronger. You really thought you could surpass me with only your cheeky knowledge? You're gravely mistaken. I don't know. You both seem kind of evil to me. You just... One has a purple drank aura. Now is really not the time, Master. I see. So if you win, we'll end up with a completely evil Moriarty on our hands. You know, that sounds rather intriguing. How would you fancy taking a dive on this one, Professor? No, thank you. I'm still a servant, thank you very much, and I intend to keep doing the best I can at it. I see. But unfortunately, I suppose you just have to make sure you win this one. Okay, we'll do our best, even though you didn't pick me. We'll bring out our fog, too. Underestimate me, will you? Come on, then. I'll show you just how terrifying my magical bullets can be. All right, Master, I'm counting on you to direct me in battle. Let's show this clown how outclassed he truly is. Oh, hey, is it okay if we dismember the other Moriarty into little bitty... It's okay to if we dismember the other Moriarty into itty bitty pieces, right? Right? Go for it! Kill him! Yay! I say, was it really necessary to be quite so enthusiastic about the idea? Yeah. Yeah. Because this gives her a healthy outlet for her tendencies to rip and tear and kill people badly, right? This is good. We're giving her the chance to do it, you know, safely. That's important. Because otherwise she might do it in a way that we don't want. Anyways, you're going to die. You're 120? Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. You know what? Just, I'm going to let you live at least a turn. Because I'm going to do a full combo here with you. Right? And then you're gonna die so hard. You're gonna die so comedically hard. In fact, we can get a bunch of stars if we do this, right? Okay, bad idea actually, because then we got that. Okay, in that case, you know what? Let's go with ours. Let's just do... Screw it. I was gonna do it with you. That's fine. Let's just win. Let's just 1, 2, 3, and then we'll 1, 2, 3. We got this. My Melusine got some big use when I was grinding. I saw this all the time. She would just do this, and then do this, and then do this. And three rounds we were clearing it. Alright. And then we can, if we get a full combo with the other one, we will do the other one. Hey, good evade. Good evade! We do. Check this out. 32? I don't even need to get my Noble Phantasm. Just go in with the big 90s. Yep. 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 Goodbye. Okay. Well, bro has been ripped to pieces. You'd love to see it. Yeah, I want to get that up. Get her to 2. Good stuff. Actually, Melusine is real close to 10. We'll get that real soon, because, I mean, whenever we fight an archer, we use her. It just is what it is. She's just so good. Can you imagine I didn't want to summon Melusine at first? God, I'm glad we changed. Anyways, fighting a saber, you say? Yo, Sonic Brandon, I used your Tamlin Tristan here so much. She's dang good. Let's go with... Okay, this team can be switched up. This was like a special grinding team. So let's get you guys switched out. Let's go. Let's see here. Let's get some units that I don't use all the time. All right. Switch it up. Got you. Sure. Why not? Right? Why not? And now we can play around with some other ones. Let's go with you. You're red. So we want a big red combo. Let's go with that. That's, you know what? I'll stick that with you. Sure. Why not? And then we'll go, because again, this is Kill Saber, so let's at the very least get another... Let's see here. Oh yeah, right, we're grinding Nobukatsu at least. And then we can go, instead of that, we can go with Bond. And we'll go 10% Saber, Bond up. You bond up. I mean, it's the best thing to do, right? To get as much bond. In fact, we can get a 9, and I think that'll be perfect, right? Let's go. Sure. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, we're good. All right. Let's go. Why not? What are we facing? You arrogant fool. You lie about being good, but you can't harness the magical bullet's true power. Curse you. I can't entrust Moriarty to the likes of you. I can't. But unfortunately, it seems we've reached an impasse, as I don't think I can keep pretending to be suave or interesting for much longer. Yeah, it's a lot of bullets. Did we just riddle him with holes? Bro's dead. Okay. Hooray. We won. Hey, Mommy. Mr. Moriarty? The fog's getting thicker. What do we do now? Da Vinci with that berserker talk. Oh, well that doesn't seem right. Oi, Holmes. Come in, damn you. Is... you... We can't hear you, buddy. That's a lot of fog. Look out, more enemies are coming. Damn it, of all the times. Come on then, let's take them out quickly and find an area where the fog isn't so thick. This feels weird, because this is the last node, and I don't feel like I feel like we're in like the first third of a bigger story. I hope that the second one is a bit better, because right now it's just kind of like things occurring. I don't know. Kind of a weak interlude, all things considered. Okay, 5 robots, or is that what we're doing? The mist. The mist. The mist. The mist. Okay. What the frick was that noise? Did you hear that? Was that one of his intros? Is it like blowing a war horn? I've never heard that before. That's very weird. It sounded like the game was dying or something. Okay. Alright, we get that. We want to try and... right, because your thing is like you build up speed over time, right? Isn't that how it works? Apply guts. Apply state where your MP increase and apply remove guts is activated. Okay, this one is... yeah. Build it up over 5 turns, basically. That's what we want. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Right, this should do some big damage. Maybe not as much as I expected, I guess. As long as we kill 2 of them, then we should be good to pop Tametomo's move there. Right, we'll go 30, 20 there. We'll do that. Good. That's a lot of items. Nice. Okay, good. Because then now we should get that. Can you hit him? Can you hit Tametomo? No? Okay. We'll get it next turn. 3 left. I don't think we have... we don't have anything to pop it, right? Because this... unless... wait, is this... increase gauge... for yourself? Nope. Because I was like, do you smooch someone to increase their stuff? But that's not the case. Oh wait, does this increase gauge? No, does this increase gauge? And increase gauge for yourself. Alright, it's time. Time for big boy numbers. Gochu and Yumi Harazuki. Do your stuff. It's not single target. I hope it's not single target. If it is, that's embarrassing. For some reason, no, it's multi-target. I'm pretty sure it is. He is kind of just Mecha Lubu in some ways. But that's okay. That is okay. It's funny because Mecha Lubu was a thing in Extella Link there. So like it's kind of, you know, self-fulfilling prophecy for that. Not the same design, but it's similar. And actually I was playing Samurai Warrior, I mean Dynasty Warriors, and I fought Lubu, and Lubu used his bow in a very similar way to the Lubu in Extella. Just the same attack. Fun. I like it. So this is the last one of the interlude? It's just a nothing burger battle? Very strange. Very strange when we're looking at what this is. If I just did that, I would feel... I mean, we'll see what happens with the story, but I would feel very unfulfilled. Yeah, that should hold them off. Now let's run for it. Yes, we're running for it. How's it looking? Well, the last thing we picked up was Moriarty saying that should hold them off. Now let's run for it. After that, the line went completely dark. Luckily, I can still track Master's vital signs, but that's all. That's the same fog we saw in London way back when. Guess all we can do now is wait for comms to come back. Oh, the comms are back online now. That was faster than I expected. Hey, can you hear me? Yes, we can, Moriarty. How's Master? Is he alright? Moriarty? Oh yes, he's fine. Not to worry. I'm sorry. It seems we have a poor connection. It feels like I'm taking a while to respond, that's why. Not at all. It's only a 2 to 3 minute delay. Minute? That would drive me nuts. So it shouldn't be a problem under normal circumstances. Where are you all now? I was gonna say, now we wait 2 to 3 minutes. We're hiding out underground in the Mage Association. Thankfully, we're the only ones here. I do hope you'll let me know once we're able to return. Understood. It might take a little time, but I'll be sure to let you know. Okay, what are we doing? There we go. All according to plan. Oh no. You mean you planned for all this to happen? No, just hear me out. Jack, would you be so kind as to keep a lookout? Hey, what's going on? Oh, and one more thing. What are we doing? Another Moriarty? Oh, that was so much fun. What a joy it is to play new characters. But do try to be more careful, Jack. You very nearly dismembered me for real. Oops, we're sorry. We guess we got a little carried away. Oh, you. I'm not just a bundle of construction paper, you know. Nursery Rhyme, you were the other Moriarty? Yes, I was. At my request. I must say, Nursery, did you really have to ham it up like some cliched old-timey villain? I was hoping to see at least a glimmer of intelligence under that all that why is this word killing me? Under all that unadulterated evil. Oh, well, I'm sorry you didn't care for my performance. I was just acting in a way that felt natural to me. If you had any specific requests, you should have prepared a proper script. I would have if I had time. Oh well, no matter. At first I thought it would be utterly disgraceful for a book of childhood dreams and fairy tales to transform into a crusty old man. But when he offered to bribe me with a mountain of candy, I just couldn't say no. Let's share it when we get back. Buddy, you realize how this looks for you, right? So there you have it. My latest evil scheme went swimmingly. That's right. All of this was my doing. I can see from your withering glare that you think I'm up to something. Well, you're both right and wrong. In fact, I was in fact up to something, but no longer now that I've succeeded. There. I'd play up the fog-induced static and the comms delay. I should be able to buy us a little more time. Indeed, the entire purpose of this little excursion was to enable us to spend this precious bit of time together. Nothing more. That goes for the Moriarty imposter and the mock singularity I generated in London. All of it was for this moment. What are you talking about? I want to tell you more about myself and my personal philosophy, and I didn't want to give Holmes a chance to interfere. Believe me, I'd like to think I'm just, well, overthinking it, but remember, I am Holmes' sworn rival. I need to make the greatest, arguably foolish pains to ensure he has no chance of seeing or hearing what I do. We don't have much time till our comms are back online. Let us speak while I can. I understand why I was summoned, why I'm here now. The bond you and I formed at Shinjuku explains that. In a sense, it was fortune and coincidence that brought us together. But then there's Holmes. Tell me, why is he at Caldia? See, this is literally him foreshadowing the traitor, right? Well, yes, I know that too, of course. I'm well aware of how you and he met and what happened between you two. You first encountered him at the Alice Institute, when you were stranded in the desert during the incineration of humanity incident. Of course, all your comm systems were cut off at the time, so there's no record of your conversation whatsoever. But be that as it may, the fact remains that he was there. You can attest to that yourself. What did he say to you again? Something along these lines? I was originally summoned in London to aid with the repair of the fourth singularity. But then, at Sir Babbage's behest, I expanded the scope of my investigation beyond the fourth singularity alone to the entire incineration of humanity incident. So I decided to come to the sixth singularity before you to begin searching for clues as soon as possible. If that's true, If that's true, it would mean he ray-shifted there all on his own. Tell me, do you think such a thing is even possible? That's a bit worrying, you're right. I do not. Not for a second. That said, we all know his propensity for surprising us, or rather the true culprit, with methods that would never have occurred to anyone else. Perhaps he took a clever advantage of the Atlas Institute's unique properties, which somehow enabled their headquarters to survive the incineration of humanity unscathed. Or perhaps it was something as simple as a mage summoning him into that time. But regardless of what the explanation may be, the fact remains that we have no way of verifying it for ourselves. So listen closely, Master, for this is important. I may be an evil man, does not mean all who oppose me must therefore be good. Push comes to shove, there is nothing Holmes would not do to protect Caldia, or rather, all of humanity. That includes relying on methods so cold-blooded that neither Da Vinci, Godolph, or I could fathom using them. That said, it's entirely possible that my concerns are unwarranted, and I'm worried over nothing. But remember, if you will, one of his more well-known sayings. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. And the concerns I've laid out here are by no means impossible, which is why I need to prepare countermeasures. My evil scheme this time is to merely act mischievous in public, pretend to be doing evil deeds for your sake in secret, and ultimately prepare for Holmes going rogue in a way that he'll never see coming. Interesting. Okay. Think of it as a safety mechanism of sorts, one designed to ensure a good man doesn't end up deciding to sacrifice an important few for the sake of the so-called greater good. This is actually good. It's actually good that we have, because Holmes can do some crazy stuff, right? So to have someone around who's just, hey, my job is just to keep you in check. We still don't know everything. It's not bad. So, can I count on your assistance in this matter, Master? What exactly would I have to do for that? Nothing. Just continue to be yourself. In fact, anything else would be detrimental. Having said all that, I'm going to cast a little charm on you to make you forget everything I just told you. Looks directly into the camera. But not you, dear player. Huh? But why? A fair question. Indeed, you may well be wondering the point of all this if I'm just going to have you forget. All I can say is that my intuition and experience are speaking to me, and I must listen. Call it a hunch. That hunch tells me that if I go up against Holmes with you remembering this discussion, he'll most likely see right through me. You see, the real problem is that at this point, I simply have no idea how this scenario will play out. As embarrassing as it is to admit, I have essentially no evidence, no fact, no solid information whatsoever. And as any professor of mathematics will tell you, it's impossible to solve an equation in which every variable is unknown. The only option I see right now is to take the liberty of erasing, rather sealing, this memory away. But if you're just going to have me forget... Why did I tell you all this in the first place? For a good reason. Once it has been sealed away, the memory will lie dormant in the back of your mind, waiting patiently for its time. If that time should indeed arrive, I would lead you to trust me over Holmes. Oh, okay, so am I crazy? I might be, because some of you might be screaming at the screen right now. Was this brought up in Thanatos? And I was like, hey, when did this happen? Because I feel like then I was like, huh, when did this happen? And now in Thanatos, like, this is a canon interlude that now got activated in Thanatos, right? Truth be told, I'm hoping this is all just a big joke. Really, the fact that he risked his life to save yours would seem to be a fatal contradiction in this hypothesis. So this is almost likely needless worrying on my part. Okay, actually, I'm kind of coming around on this interlude, because the first half was very much like, this is nothing, but that was the point. Still, one never knows what life has in store to trip you up. So I figured it couldn't hurt to have a backup plan ready to go, just in case. All right, Master. I think it's time we headed home. Best of luck on your journey. Am I a good man now, or an evil one? In one sense, it's a question that shouldn't even be asked, particularly not of myself. Will there ever come a time where I can hold my head high and prove my theory beyond any doubt? Or will I end up retreating inward only to find myself? Whatever the end result, I want it to convince me. I want it to convince me to be something I can accept. Anything less would be a failure as both a professor and a servant. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of on the side of this was a good one. Just with how that kind of worked out. Oh. I see your choice of wardrobe is as uninspired as ever, Sherlock. With all due respect, Professor, you and I are not on Sherlock terms. Well, then I do beg your pardon. And by the way, about the recent incident in London. Ugh. That was all your doing, wasn't it? Why, whatever do you mean? But all right, I suppose the jig is up then. Indeed, every part of that was my own evil scheme. As I thought. That's that then. Mr. Godolph individual would like to see you about that. I suggest you go take your lecture like an adult. Oh, you have no intention of reading me the riot act yourself. No need, now that I've solved every mystery in this case. I have no interest in the disciplinary aftermath. I see. Every mystery, eh? That's right. Every one. In that case. What's my ultimate goal? Well, that would be... Does he figure it out? Good grief. No one knows just how hard it is to be the bad guy, or to outwit the protagonist. Still, no matter how difficult it may be, the battle between him and me will never come to an end. Tell me, Sherlock Holmes, my immortal, unbeatable, bitter rival, are you aware of it? Are you aware of the pure madness and cold logic, pure and cold enough to make your eyes pop out of their sockets, that lies deep at the heart of this incident? I am, of course, delighted to outwit you, but strike me pink if you let anyone else put one over on you. I hope with all sincerity that you will face this adversary in peak condition. Don't let anyone else steal my evil thunder. This is neither a contest of wits nor a battle for our lives. This is nothing less than a war of ideologies, the ideologies that make us who we are. That's some interesting main plot stuff. I'm shocked that that's... I think that that should have been given out to free for everyone earlier, but at least we got it now, you know? Because that directly led into what happened in Thanatos. So, anyways, the new one. Life and Death of a Certain Detective and Villain. Oh, this is post-Thanatos. Is this literally going to be him confronting Holmes's death? So, he's dead. That was the first thought that crossed my mind. Completely ordinary thought. For self-proclaimed supervillain, it was the most disappointing end to an arch-rival I could imagine. However, since he died at those falls, of all places, nobody could confirm his death. In which case, I suppose it makes sense that all his former colleague and comrades' faces would still be filled with hope. He did make a miraculous comeback from those falls once before, after all. Not that I can say the same for myself. Still, being overly optimistic is not typically a wise decision. Tanner and his cohorts clearly still have a lot of growing to do. Perhaps it falls to me to help them see to that. Let us begin with the beginning. So, good ladies and gentlemen, the prologue. The title. Let us say, The Big Bad Professor's Big Mistake. Is that like Max Keeble's big move? Why Big Bad Professor, you ask? Well, that's what MASH calls my younger self, so, oh goodness. How badly did you screw up anyway? At any rate, my story for you today is about a certain elderly gentleman who got carried away and suffered serious repercussions as a result. You do enjoy stories about scummy old men getting their just desserts, no? Well, I certainly do. We're at the bar. Hello, are you in here? I know he said MASH is slightly off-center, and it's kind of weird to me. No, he said he wanted to talk to us in the simulator. Oh, it's because we're panning over. Hello there. I've returned from the depths of hell. Professor Moriarty, this is in extremely poor taste. You think so? Because I dare say it's downright wholesome compared to what I'm about to tell you. Huh? Okay, let's stop right there. Take a look at that smug face, that self-satisfied grin. So as for what this old man is up to, he's about to try and get his kicks by unveiling a shocking truth. And as for what happens to him next, well, let's all watch and laugh at this pathetic old behind ourselves. About Sherlock Holmes. He was once thought to have died by going over the Reichenbach Falls during a fight with myself, only to later reappear and declare that he had actually been alive the entire time. I am certain this time is bound to be no different, especially since he fell down the same Reichenbach Falls. Has it ever crossed your mind that this line of thinking might be naive? Huh? Professor Moriarty, how exactly did he survive Reichenbach the first time? Was it purely skill, or was it simply because readers demanded his return? Either way, his survival was like lightning in a bottle. That kind of lightning simply doesn't strike twice. You understand that? Alright, let me pause once more. That glint in my eyes is most incredible, wouldn't you say? You can practically hear me saying, "That's right, I know exactly what's going on here and I see right through it." And for good reason. I want to scream death at the heart of the world. Anyway, mortifying as this is, let's get back to it, shall we? Of course we do. That's what I thought. Wait, huh? Senpai's right. Director Gordolf made that very clear when he talked to us about this with us.
Yes, I'd like to say something about our administrative advisor. Naturally, we fully believe that he's still alive, and we are simply classifying him as MIA until he returns. That being said, we also can't deny the possibility that coming back alive after going over Reichenbach Falls may have been a once-in-a-lifetime miracle, even for our administrative advisor. So perhaps it may be that there's a possibility that he won't be coming back. Still, whether he does or not is out of our hands. All we can do is trust in him.
Right. Of course.
Very good. And if and when he does return, shall I reward him with a medal of some sort?
Maybe we can make his favorite meal. That's right. Copious amounts of drugs. Oh my god.
I see. An interesting idea. So who's going to do the cooking? Me? Well, at any rate, there you have it. Now, don't start acting out just because he's not here currently to supervise us, got it?
Yes, sir. Huh. So, yeah. Yes, Senpai and I were thoroughly briefed on this subject. Still, I do agree with your advice, Professor Moriarty. We'll trust that Holmes will come back to us someday and do our best in the meantime. Yeah, thanks for the advice. This is the exact moment where I completely died inside. Why? 3 reasons. 1, I thought I would play the part of a crafty, cold-blooded old man telling you what you needed to be here, only to be blindsided when I learned I was well behind the curve. 2, this was also where I learned that I myself hadn't yet come to terms with the news of Holmes's death. 3, I was completely at a loss for words. The end! So, there you have it. I see. So, that's why back then... You silently walked away with an inscrutable smile on your face. Has anyone ever told you how good you are becoming at how good you became at twisting the proverbial knife mash? Oh, sad old man eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. The best thing we can do here is laugh at him, with him. Indeed. I'm offering up my pain on a silver platter here. The least you can do is accept it. Alright, let's move on, shall we? Why did I put on such an embarrassing performance like that in the first place? I think I may have been in shock. Did you know Moriarty? That He was actually one of the fallen god's disciples? Yes and no. Logically, I was absolutely sure of my conclusions, yet I was also certain it couldn't be true. Conviction means nothing in the face of cold hard logic, but sometimes humans choose it over logic anyway. Very humanizing of me that I did so here, don't you think? I guess. Good. How embarrassing. Perhaps this sort of thing is inescapable in one's old age. I would have thought you'd choose logic over conviction, for sure. Indeed, I perceive just about everything, including myself, exclusively through the lens of logic. Except for when it comes to Sherlock Holmes. Anyway, now that the opening act is concluded, let's move on to the next one, shall we? What do you mean? Ah, yes, well, now that I've shown you one of my more mortifying moments, next I'd like to show you one of my better sides. What exactly did you have in mind? Simulator. Change background to Reichenbach Falls. Oh, we're going back here, okay. Are we recreating the Reichenbach Falls? Wait, this actually might be kind of cool. Oof. Just the sound of water rushing over those rocks is making me dizzy. PTSD? Oh yes, and a severe case of that. It's hard to get more traumatic than the place you actually died, after all. Still, that aside, now that I'm here, I understand why my younger self chose this place for his final showdown. What do you mean? From everything I've heard, it feels like my younger self's timeline simply isn't connected to my own. You've heard similar stories before, yes? My understanding is it's not uncommon for a summoned servant to have no recollection of a prior encounter in a singularity or lost belt. That's true. It often varies between servants, but some have said they felt like they've only learned about their past actions as though reading about them in a book or watching them through a screen, and others have said they have no memory of their past actions whatsoever. There you go. In the same way, my younger self has no concept of being me, and I have none of being him. I dare say it feels as though I was born directly into this ripe old age. That sounds unusual. Don't you have any memories of your childhood? No, I don't. Besides, why would a servant need such things? Of course, this is strictly my own personal interpretation. Other servants may feel entirely differently. Now then, for the second act, let's have a talk about logic, shall we? Logic. Indeed. Even at this point, there's still many mysteries regarding the bleached earth phenomenon. That's fine. For the moment, let's just put those mysteries aside. My point is, you once said that as long as mysteries persist, the great detective will eventually return to solve them, did you not? And let me ask you this. Have you ever considered the next great detective summoned? Maybe a different one? What? Could be that father fellow, the old man in the corner. Wait. Could be that father fellow, the old man in the corner, the thinking machine, or a certain orangutan nabbing detective that predates even Holmes. Okay. I know the father fellow. It's the father fig. The priest who solves mysteries. The old man in the corner, don't know what that is. The thinking machine, don't know what that is, or a certain orangutan nabbing detective that predates even Holmes. Okay. I don't know what any of this is. Okay. Famous detective father. That is Father Brown by G.K. Chesterton. Okay. Who is the old man in the corner? The old man in the corner is an unnamed armchair detective who appears in stories by Baroness Orsesi. He examines crimes while sitting in the corner of a genteel London tea room in conversation with a female journalist. He was one of the first of this character type created in the wake of the popularity of Sherlock Holmes stories. Interesting. What is the thinking machine? Is that the same thing as what we saw in Great Ace Attorney? The thinking machine. Let's see here. So it is Thinking Machine, a fictional detective known as the Thinking Machine in two 1900s novels and a series of short stories. Augustus S.F.X. Van Dusen, Ph.D., LL.D., F.R.S., M.D., M.D.S. The Problem of Cell 13. The professor is known as the Thinking Machine. Okay. Oh, you have lots of novels. Okay. I'm sorry, I just scrolled down and I saw that they encounter H.P. Lovecraft's gods resurrected as a sentient AI. That's in comics, never mind. Orangutan nabbing detective. What is that? Orangutan nabbing detective. Who? Okay, I'm just gonna go detective novel orangutan. Are we talking about, is that an Edgar Allan Poe thing? The first modern detective. Okay, the killer in the first detective novel was an orangutan. What is this? Wait, is it Edgar Allan Poe? Wait, what? Actually, for real? Okay, it's called The Murders at Rue Morgue. Yeah, short story by Edgar Allan Poe. Okay. We were just studying. I was just teaching Edgar Allan Poe to my students there. It's described as the first modern detective story. Poe referred to it as a tales of ratiocination. See, Auguste Dupin is a man in Paris who solves the mystery of the murder of two people. Numerous people. So displays many traits that became known as, for other detectives, Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, right? It's a monkey that kills them. Okay, good to know. Very cool. Sure. A little deep dive into stuff there. And outside the realm of fiction, one need not look further than France's Eugene Francois Vidocq or the US's Alan Pinkerton. Okay, I don't know who these people are either. And some of you, because I've heard the phrase the Pinkertons, and people are like, oh, yo, if you play Magic the Gathering, the Pinkertons come after you. I don't know what a Pinkerton is. I'm sorry. Okay, so Eugene Francois Vidocq is a French criminal turned criminalist whose life inspired Victor Hugo, Edgar Allan Poe, and Honor de Balzac. I don't know who that is. Is considered the father of modern criminology. Okay, that's kind of cool. So a guy who was a criminal who then later remodeled the police force and stuff. That is pretty neat. Okay. And, okay, tell me who is Alan Pinkerton? Because I don't know. I don't know who that is. So Alan Pinkerton was a Scottish-American cooper. Someone who produces barrels. An abolitionist, a detective, and a spy best known for creating the Pinkerton National Detective Agency, which is an American private investigative and security agency. Okay, private investigation. He claimed to have foiled a plot to assassinate President-elect Abraham Lincoln. Okay. He provided the Union Army, George P. American history stuff I don't know about, blah, blah, blah. Can I just get like a, what do the Pinkertons do? Specialized in railway okay, so they're just detectives. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. Like, and again, that's something that I hear this phrase, and not living in the United States means I don't have the cultural access to it. So if I asked my family who are the Pinkertons, they'd be like, I don't know, right? Interesting though. It's absolutely possible that one of them could be summoned instead of you-know-who, no? Theoretically, if Holmes did disappear here, and if one of these other detectives was summoned instead, wouldn't that mean the chances of Holmes' return have decreased, if not vanished entirely? I don't think so. I don't think it works that way. Correct. Really? Really. Let's get one obvious thing straight. There is more to Holmes than being a great detective. In this case, he has one other hugely important aspect. He's also a witness. As one of the Foreign God's disciples, he of course must have had some degree of involvement with her. And no matter who or what the Foreign God truly is, we can also be sure she possesses intelligent thought. Even if we presume there's another detective greater than Holmes, it won't change the fact that he is directly involved in this matter. As such, Holmes must both be a detective and a witness simultaneously, which means Holmes' role in this matter is far from over. Regardless of who else may step up to solve the remaining mysteries, it won't change his importance in this matter. I see. Oh. Seems I finally made it past my mortifying failure in the opening act. Incidentally, I'm sure you would have eventually realized and resolved this problem yourselves, but it would have been most unfortunate if you happened to do so while, say, fighting an enemy. In the meantime, there shouldn't be any issue in overcoming the problem here and now. This is like big plot on them. Speaking of problems, this last one in the closing act is the real one we need to face. Now that we're done talking about Sherlock Holmes, it just leaves the matter of myself. I didn't even notice that was no battles. I was waiting for it to start up. Watch there be no battles for it whatsoever. That would be insane. Is there actually going to be no battles for it? No, there is a battle at the end, and of course it's against that. Formation restricted, huh? Huh. Okay. The final act is about me. Will you hear it out to the end? Wonderful, thank you. Hey, well, I didn't say anything yet. But you will listen to me, won't you? It does depend on where you're going with this, but yes, of course. Good. Now, who is James Moriarty? He is, of course, Sherlock Holmes' ultimate rival. That much is abundantly clear to anyone who knows anything about me. One could even make a strong argument that my life's sole purpose is to defeat him. And yet the fact is, I've already done just that. Or at least I believe that to be the case. It was the Shinjuku incident, if you'll recall. There I managed to pull one over on him and win. Well, I say I, but it really was another version of me, the one who created the League of Phantom Fiends. Not that I mind overly much, but it still counts as my victory. Yes, I really did think that. Without an ounce of shame, can you believe it? So you are embarrassed by that? Of course I am. Logically, I know this other me defeated him, but it's never truly seemed real. Still, the fact remains, if I was able to defeat him once, I should be able to do so again. See, the thing I feared more than anything else was the idea that I would always lose to him 100% of the time. Weren't there times when I beat him back when we were alive? Well, that was more a battle of survival than a contest of wits, so at any rate, once I knew I wasn't always fated to lose to him, I knew I could beat him again. Doing so here in Caldia should have been no exception, so I thought. But now, he's gone. And as an irredeemable villain, my first thought upon hearing that was, I can't believe it. I always thought I would be the one to push him over this ledge. My younger self may as well have been a completely different person. He's certainly different on looks, mustache, lower back eyesight, just about everything. And how did he end up as an amalgamate of the three goddesses of fate, anyway? Some kind of harem? No, nothing like that. Not at all. Pooh. Thank you for coolly returning me to my senses. So, you're saying you wanted to kill Holmes, Professor? Whoa, easy there, Mash. Please put away your shield, at least for now. Yes, of course I wanted to kill him, but... You see, well... I think I get it. Get what, Master? I still don't understand. When you get right down to it, Moriarty really likes Caldia. Oh, I see. So Professor Moriarty likes Caldia. Oh, now I get it. Oh, Mash, your pure and innocent eyes pierced me to my very soul. And you, Master, well done on figuring out approximately 80% of my true feelings. Still, as much as I like Caldia, all that amounts to is, I'd hate to see it ruined. Without Holmes here to fight on your behalf, Caldia is obviously going to struggle in the battles that lie ahead. Much as killing him would have pleased me personally, I understand there would be no merit in that for Caldia as a whole. And I highly doubt anyone would have trusted me if I'd tried to take up his mantle after it was my younger self who defeated him. Which brings me to why I've asked you to come here. I want to settle things once and for all, here at these same falls. Of course, if you'd rather not, feel free to refuse. Simulator, begin a battle if you would. Yeah, Shadow Holmes. Is that... Are we really doing this? Oh yes, when you get right down to it, I'm still the Napoleon of crime, an irredeemable villain. If we don't settle this, I'm worried I may end up going well and truly rotten. And while I would normally do everything in my power to make it a battle of wits rather than a bout of fisticuffs, I figured something so stupidly straightforward would be better for settling things clearly. Can you do this, Mash? Yes. If this is how the professor's chosen to settle things, then I think we should respect his wishes. I'm good to go any time. Thank you, you two. Alright, let's set the difficulty fairly high, and to make up for that, a couple tweaks here and there. Done. Alright, are you two ready? I guess I'm ready. Very well, then. Let's go. You'll let me summon servants, right? It's not just a fixed party, right? If it's a fixed party, that's gonna suck. Moriarty necessary. Okay, it's not just Moriarty. Mash, Moriarty, and Mash. Okay. Right? So we have... So it's a ruler. So we want to use Avenger. Show me your strongest Avenger. What level are you? Hot diggity, level 100. Or we go crazy with this, because you have 1600 attack. It's not the best one. I'm going to hit a refresh. Let's see here. What else we got? 100 summer comma. Sure, why not? We got Mashu. I don't have my own Moriarty. All right, so let's go. You're strong. We got as much as we want, really, for this. You're strong. You know what? You're blue. We go blue back in with you, right? And then we'll go... We'll do that. Let's go with your refresh on that. We'll go with... what do we want? I don't know, man. I don't know. Sure. And then you can get that. Okay. On Mash 2. Mash, you know what? You can do stars. Sure. Okay. And I'm just gonna get... I mean, as fun as it would be to use you, it's not the best thing to do. So I'm probably gonna get you right out of there. Okay. In that case, let's go. Watch it be like Moriarty cannot lead battle. That would be fine. Right? It'd be fine. Kind of a neat thing to do, like the reverse battle, right? Remnant of the Great Detective. Oh. Apply evil trait to target. Okay, so they got evil. That's pretty good then. You know what? If that's the case and we're getting buffed, let's switch out you then. Are you evil too? You are, nice. And the other one is delayed, getting stars at the end of the turn. So in that case, let's go with increase attack for all evil allies, right? See stars, sure, get that, right? You got that. Increase gauge strength, apply evil to allies, including yourself. We use that. I don't think it uses up this stuff, but that's okay. Increase attack. Go blue. Get the refresh at least as much as we can. Come on, blue. Yay! This is for yourself. Okay, so let's go attack up. And let's go blue, blue, and blue. All right. Let's go with big blue. Those are some good numbers. In fact, I was gonna say we might just get through, yeah. Nice. 50%, not the best regen, but the best we can do is single target. Commence strengthening, arcs up, crit up. Oh boy. Okay. Not the best combo. We could do a full combo with you if we wanted, but I think I'd rather do... Let's see here, because this gives special damage, by evade. Hey, we charmed him. That's all good. So then in that case, let's go... Because your dynamics of an asteroid, does it do any, like, crazy big damage? In that case, let's go get as much as you can here. Just for some meter and stuff. Because then we can use that to decrease the stuff. Increase the defense better. Is that going to get... It's not going to get enough. Okay, never mind. We're good. Stars, though. Stars are useful. We got a full combo with you. That's what we want. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Alright. You also had defense down. Oh yeah, we win. Okay. Oh dang, we did 180, 170 interludes. Very nice. That's some extra quartz, which we won't be using until after Christmas. Oh, that was much closer than I was expecting. He really was strong, wasn't he? Also, was it just me, or did we have some strange new attributes too? Well, you were fighting beside me here, so that'd be easier if you all matched my style. Big Bad Mash. So I was a big bad. Fur, fur! Ouch, ouch. That hurts, strange little creature. Anyway, that concludes my final act. I believe we've settled this once and for all. Now let's go home, shall we? Right. I'll go ahead and shut down the simulator then. Oh, right. Here's the real talk secretly away from her, right? So, with that empty victory behind me, I can rest easy with the knowledge that things are now settled. What is this background? Why are we in the live stream? Like hell they are. There's a part of me that insists this will never be enough to convince them. I expect that part looks an awful lot like my younger self. I'm under no optimistic delusion that the future is full of hope. But I was absolutely certain that my long-standing feuds would one day be settled once and for all. It's only now that I'm actually getting up there in years that I finally understand. Sometimes fate has a way of thoughtlessly disrupting even the most long-standing of feuds. One can almost hear it saying so-called destinies like that don't matter one whit compared to the world at large. As far as the world is concerned, maybe it was a meaningful death. As far as the world is concerned, maybe it was a meaningful battle. But even if the world thinks so, that doesn't mean I'll agree. I was left behind. He left me behind in service of something greater, more important. Normally that would infuriate me beyond belief, but in reality, I feel nothing. The only emotions I can muster are disappointment, dismay, and discouragement. I no longer have the passion of youth, but there is one important thing I do have. The fact that I'm old now means... Yeah, hey, what about the last 20% of your feelings, buddy? Oh, that's easy. I don't actually have any great affection for Colony itself. No, I suppose it's not quite right. Perhaps I should say that I don't trust it implicitly. No, the ones I trust and have affection for are you and MASH, Tanner. As for Sherlock Holmes, I may not like him, but I do trust him. I'm certainly loath to admit it. Anyway, that covers my remaining 20%. Satisfied? Thanks, Professor. quite welcome, my wicked student. I assure you I'm only joking. Or am I? Because you know, you're kind of killing people and stuff in lost spells. The fact I'm old now means I have more things I care about. Whether those things are good or evil, they only continue to grow in number. In regards to those two young people running ahead of me, I feel emotions I can only describe as half-hearted. Maybe gentle is the better word. World, you mean word. Either way, it was those emotions that made me hesitate in my showdown with Holmes right up to the last moment. And now, even though I do feel bad about his disappearance, I have no desire to cast everything aside and look for him. The concept of myself as being a pure, unadulterated evil is a thing of the distant past now. Just as the great detective disappeared here, my villain himself died with him. All that remains is a tired old man carrying an untold number of burdens, laughing derisively at various crimes he has committed. Still, I've decided that as long as Kali has use for my skills, I will stay here and offer them. I don't know if I'll be able to convey, or if they'll ever realize it for themselves. That living is an inherently messy endeavor devoid of clear lines and easy answers. And even if people lose their purity they once had, it doesn't mean they'll forever be irreparably damaged goods. What a comforting thought. It's okay to not be pure. Okay if things are messy and not clear-cut. It's enough to make me consider encouraging them to go down the path of impurity and depravity, while deriding innocence and sublimation as things nobody needs. That sort of thinking is what makes me a villain. But on the other hand, maybe it's not always bad to be bad. An interesting look into the mind of this character, especially post-event that should be deeply something he would react to, you know? Yeah, that was good. I'd say both of these were, in the end, even if the battles were, like, shoved in and kind of the least of their concerns, they were still good. And that's what's important. Look how many bells I got. So good. They were still good. And that's what's important in my eyes, right? Thanksgiving. All right. What is this? What is this? All right, we just got this. Thank you. Another 10. I forgot about it already. I am very happy. I will need to get someone to use my... all my servants are maxed out, right? I don't have anyone else to give them to. I gotta get more. Anyways, we will be doing some more interludes in the future, because I think there's one more character who has an interlude thing. If I'm correct. Am I crazy? This is FGO. Well, what is this campaign called? This campaign is so forgettable, the title. It's like Singularity Support Campaign. FGO Singularity Repair Support Campaign. I always forget what this is. So this is... the last one is going to be Queen of Sheba. Bit weird of a character, but at the same time, her relation with Solomon might be interesting. So we will get to that when we get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. And that's going to be another 2. As for what's going to be by the time this video goes up, the anniversary showcase will be there, including the latest anime entry in Fate's Strange Fake, which we'll be getting back to reading as soon as possible. Don't worry. We'll be checking that out when we get to that. So yeah, we'll see what's there. It's probably not going to be anything too crazy, honestly, because we got Fate's United in English. And Hollow Ataraxia is coming. Like, freaking, it's fine. We're good. If they don't announce anything, I'm happy. Alright guys, we'll see you next time for Queen of Sheba. That's the next thing. And then after that, we'll have Nahui Mictlan. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced. We'll see you there, guys, for that. Ciao. Yo.